Hey guys, what is up? It is your boy Dennis Nicholas in here today with another solo cast today because Joey is busy, he's hanging out with his family, so I respect that. And as I said with Bryce will be coming in this way. Probably didn't text Alex, probably should have. So I'm gonna just like share my screen real quick. I think you could still see my webcam. If you don't, you just see my screen. You'll at least see my reaction. So the reason why I'm sharing my screen, there is a very big specific reason why I'm sharing my screen. The reason why I'm sharing my screen is because my homeboy, Brenden, just released a short film called The Sirenhead, which if I think you've already known about the trending topics recently about Sirenheads. They've been a trending topic recently. So I'm going to type in Nolan films. If it is a little bit delayed, don't be too surprised. I might stop my video real quick to kind of not have it be delayed too much because webcams do delay it a lot. So I'm gonna just type in Nolan films. Um, should be able to react to it. Obviously, I'm not gonna try to be too mean. The reason why I'm not trying to be mean is because for the simple fact, that there it is. Yeah, it literally just been released. It was released literally. It had its premiere 13 minutes ago. It's about like 7 minutes and 49 seconds. I looked at it a little bit. I didn't watch the whole thing, but here's the whole thing right here. So we're just gonna click on that thing. So yeah, man, 400 subscribers. Wow, good job, Nolan. Congrats, man. Any of you guys are part of the Outcast, I will leave the link into to the video and to their channel. So go give them love from the Outcast army, and not only from the Outcasters, because we're the best army in the world. So let's go give them love, because obviously now from literally from the 2 minutes, I can already tell from this movie it has a really good shot list. I will say like the shot lists are very well done, and this movie is it seems like a good movie. It's a good, I think, short film. Obviously the short film is like only like what, 8 minutes long. So okay, so I'm gonna just resume it. It's taking a bit to load up, but once we are done reacting to this, I will definitely, without a doubt, I will definitely go into doing not go into doing, but I will definitely go into like doing some random topics, but maybe go into films today because I do love talking about films. So we're gonna go into maybe how I got into Votech and what was my passion of film and all that. I think I know guys had a little bit of a glimpse of it, but once it starts, I'm gonna kind of be silent. I might cut through certain scenes, kind of break down this film. God, my internet's really slow. Internet, come on. Come on, I know you can do it. Come on. Come on. I was about to say, like, why is my... I thought that was my OBS from I was, but like, why is my OBS recording? Come on. I think they said they shot in 1080. So it should have some, like, automatic default. Why can I not? It is taking forever. Like, I'm not even joking when I'm saying it's taking forever to load up. It isn't so much like my flipping Zoom itself. It's just my computer. It's like, nah, fam, Dennis, I ain't gonna work with you. You think I'm gonna work with you? Okay, so it seems like we got a little bit of gray, so that's good. Once I at least see some visual. Okay, all right. Now it should be able to work. So let's go right into it. Okay, so I know I'm already stopping 39 seconds into it. Um, as I said, I think the shots are well done. Audio's a little but I mean, you got to realize, I mean, this is a low budget movie. I mean, you were talking about a short film, so I'm not going to critique them too much. I mean, audio is actually one of the hardest things to work with, but I'll give them credit. I mean, the music's pretty good. I love how they did the transition into the music. The transition, the scenes are pretty well. So let's continue. Um, I'm trying not to be mean. I really want to be nice. I see where they were trying to do. Like, I'm not sitting here and going to say like, "Oh, it's horrendous." It, it's for starters, like masking and for starting CGI, not bad. It's actually, to be honest, it's better than probably most CGI. All right, I'm gonna give them credit. CGI isn't too bad. However, they try to do something I like to call the Michael Myers over shoulder shot. So, meaning that it gives that nice wide open shot where you see like the area. Like, this would have been perfect if this was like, like Nolan's running out of the forest and then the Siren Head went into frame. I think that would have been a lot more cooler. This is like, I can understand why it's there. It's like to be a tension builder, like, oh, there's now this long, scaly thing in the forest. Not scaly thing, but skinny little twig. I like it. It's not bad. Ah, Brenden, Nolan. Even as a visual guy, there's one thing you'll notice, and I'm just gonna say, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but you could tell how they filmed it different days. Because how you know? You'll notice how he's in a white t-shirt. Watch this next shot. Watch this medium shot. Huh, he specifically is in a blue t-shirt. I'm not trying to bash it. Look, Brenden, Nolan, if you're watching this, I want you to know I think this movie is good, and I think you guys put a lot of big effort into it. So I'm saying the movie and the concept itself is great. But come on, man, the little smallest things like that are like devastating blows for a viewer because like it's a good movie, and I think it like the concept, everything about it, like the shots are well done, but it's like, but as Mr. Phillips said, you just got to be careful with that notion, is that when you're filming, you got to have kind of the same stuff you're wearing. I mean, I know it's hard and it's weird and it's not easy, but that shot should have been filmed the same day. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the production was like. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. I would have liked if it like was a more zoom out shot. Like it was slowly zooming out and then it goes to black and then it puts that intro. But it was good nonetheless. I like the transition into the title card. Ooh. The audio is really nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm stopping, but Nolan, I think, is a really good actor. I think Nolan has a lot of potential to be a great actor, and I think he should pursue the acting career. I could see Nolan going to photography, but I think he's a really good, talented guy when it comes to acting. So having him as the main character, good choice on Brendan's end. I mean, Brendan is in the film too. I'm not gonna tell you when he is, but he is in the film. But I'm gonna say for actor placement, Nolan's definitely a good main character. So I already like this already. So um okay, I'm not trying to be mean. Um uh I don't know how I would do this shot, but I would at least have like some shot where it's like kind of over the shoulder and showing the pictures, and then it goes back to Nolan saying, "Do you like my pictures?" And then you just have a shot where his face is like, I mean, I like your pictures. Yeah, I think there could have been something more to the way they shot it. That, but besides that, it's a really I like the scene. Yeah, especially that guy with his mid chain shirt. I'm sorry. I don't know what I don't know why I think I'm funny when in reality I'm not. But let's continue. Quote unquote good photos. But wait, but it's not far fetched, but it's like, wait, but didn't you hire me before you send me on this? I don't know. I understand the concept where they're going. You know, it's pretty much Nolan. But it's weird. It's like I just think there could have been making more of a tension scene where it's saying, "Oh, by the way, you know, a kid was reported missing after blah blah blah." I just don't understand how you go from an assignment and not mention. I think it just would have been a cool moment to say, "Oh, by the way, um, this blah 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 kid was missing. So good luck." I think there just could have been something there. I don't know. I like this shot. This shot's really good. Yeah, I like that. Ooh. Ooh. I really like that tone. I like tone that it has. I don't know. It just gives me a lot of horror movie vibes, which obviously this is kind of like a short horror movie type of feel, but I really like it. I really like the way it's like it feels. It feels really. How would you not? Oh, I mean, I I would be pretty. Bro, I don't think that's a siren, and I think your house is haunted, bro. What is this, like Conjuring 3? Like, I don't know. I'll be more scared if there's a ghost in my house. I wouldn't be so scared if there was a siren head. Well, if I'm hearing footsteps above me, I'm like, okay. Hmm. Well, it could be that he doesn't have an attic. I think is that Nolan's mom? day, Nolan. Going ahead of your bedtime. Bad boy. Bad student. Bad student. Um, I don't know. I don't like that shot. I don't like the behind Brenden. I would have liked this shot. If this statue was the next shot, oh, I mean, I can understand it. I don't know the music, and I just think that transition could have been better. But I would have preferred this shot. Yeah, I would have preferred this to be the transitional shot. Now this is where like I was like because my friend Brenden texted me saying, "Hey, the film is up. Go check it out." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." This was actually like because it was a premiere. Now it's uploaded, but like this was a premiere, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, and I like the last bit. I love this shot. Like I love the forward shot. And then I love how it goes. That was a beautiful transition. I love everything about this shot. I will say the only problem with this shot, and it's not really their fault. You'll notice, the propellers. I don't know, the propellers, whatever they're called. You'll notice that they're in the frame. That's the only problem with that one. Besides that, it's a good shot. I like that shot. It's pretty good. I think but obviously I don't think they have like a certain thing. I think it would have been better if it had a shot more of a better shot with the text. I don't know. I don't know how you would do that scene. I mean, it works. Oh shoot! Have you ever seen horror movies, Brenden? When you have some random person in the bushes tell you, "Help me," you don't go in the bushes. God dang it. No one learns from horror movies. Like, no one learns. Help me. Where the hell are you? In the bushes. Hell no, bro. I'm not going to the bushes to help you. Like, you're gonna get murked. So yeah, Brenden. Come on, Brenden. You could have done a better one. If I'm going to do like I can't believe I'm bashing this. I think I'm bashing this short movie than I am really like making it be like I would put more effort in that screen, bro. Like I wouldn't want to be over dramatic, but like I mean, if you're dying, like let's replay that. If you're dying, bro, is this serious? Is this seriously? Is that gonna be your last scream, bro? Come on. I will say though, this one right here, pretty good, pretty good. I like the siren. You know what the body reminds me of? What it reminds me of so much of, the Mummy movie and Brendan Fraser. That reminds me of the Mummy. I don't know, just the way, like the toning it looks like. I will say though, the lighting on it looks pretty good. For as I said, for a basic CGI, it's pretty good. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, you'll notice that right there, you know. And then it was so great on the walking, but as I said, it's really hard. Uh, and how you'll notice this is, yeah, how you'll notice that it's green screened is that little green right there. Ooh, ooh. This lasts a little bit though. 30 hours later, police have reported at Denver Valley a car has been flipped upside down. A teenager by the name of Daniel Anderson was found dead inside the vehicle. Not far from the scene, torn up clothes were found, leading to believe they belonged to a teenager, Thomas Moore. Police are still investigating if this was a homicide or something else in the same area. Police are gathering several noises complaints regarding misleading alarms going off in different neighborhoods. Ooh, okay. I swear, if they do some cliche jump scare, I'm going to. Written and directed by Nolan Davidson. All right. Assistant director, Nadia Jacobson. If I butchered this now, I'm sorry. Visual effects and animation, Brendan Baker and Abzanoxi. Set design, Sheila Davidson and Nadia Jacobson. Creature based on Trevor Henderson. Music, Darfall, White Audios. Daniel Anderson, Nolan Davidson. Amy Anderson, Sheila Davidson. The kid, Jonah Jacobson. Mr. Reynolds, Robert Davison. Oh, wow, that's his father. Thomas More, Brendan Baker. To be continued. You're going to do those cliches, eh? You're going to do to be continued? Of course they're going to make a sequel. Of course they're gonna make one. there's no buts and ifs. That flipping of the car and then going in the crash and then have that credit card. Of course you're gonna make a sequel. At that point, like, I mean, I kind of knew when it was like talking about like the summary of his death. I knew that I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be a sequel. I could give some concepts of what the sequel could look like. But it's up to them. I mean, I must say, it looks like they have a pretty good crew in this one. So I'm gonna mute it. I'm gonna do a walkthrough where it's silent, and I'm gonna do like a whole walkthrough where I'm silent. Uh, Obviously, I think that's what pretty much this podcast is gonna be pretty much about. Me reviewing my boys' shot. All right, this shot, I love it. I love this shot. I think everything about like the first two shots of this movie were well done. I love that shot. Like the swing set, the eeriness. You already have a very good eerie vibe going into it. The vibe is really good in this one. And then I like that shot. It's a nice shot where it's in between. It's a kid, running around doing the playground, Then I like the, I don't know about this shot, but I can understand where the shot's going to. I just think it's a little bit of an shot. I see what shot they were trying to do there. I think a transition shot to where it just transitions into the forest would have been better. Don't understand why this kid will run in the forest if a noise is there, especially. Well, I mean, it is ice cream truck. I don't know. I would like to see the ice cream truck, but I do understand why they did that. Yep. Like I think this is okay. Like everything in that scene, as I said, I understand what they were trying to do here. I just don't think it was executed well. I just think it looks kind of weird to me. But I understand what they were doing. I like to call it the Michael Myers overshot. I don't know if they got that from Halloween, but if you look at Halloween, it does have that over shoulder shot that I really love, by the way, when Laurie Strode is walking down the sidewalk and then all you see is Michael Myers go into frame. And it's that nice little depth of field where his shoulder's blurred, but it shows Lori going down the sidewalk. I think that's a beautiful shot. I think they were trying to do something along those lines here. Just don't think it was nailed well. If anything, it just looks weird. Yeah, and it doesn't look that great when it walks back. And then you'll notice that, his shirt change, which I know be kind of, weird. Now this, when it kind of goes that way, I like this transition to the title card, which is a very good thing. I like this shot. I like that like slow glide shot into the conversation between his his employer and to employee, which would be I forgot his character's name. God damn it! I know it's David something. No, that I don't know these characters' his name, but because I wanted to say Nolan, but I know it's not Nolan. He's playing someone. So Nolan did great in this movie. Nolan, I would say, good acting. Audio sounded a little bit weird. I don't know. It didn't sound echoey, but it just didn't sound right. I think there just could have been better audio. I think lavalier mics would have worked in this one. I don't know if they used lavalier mics. Lavalier mics, I know, are more used for newscasts. I just think there could have been a different way, better way to get audio. But nonetheless, I like the scene. I like the back and forth, shot between Nolan. I wish there was something more to where, there was an over-shoulder shot with the pictures. And, not like a comedical moment, but it has that moment like, do you like my pictures? I mean, I like your pictures and, and all that. So, and this is when Nolan's character kind of gets uneasy. He's like, okay. It's like strange occurrences. All right, sure, I'll do it. And it's so weird to know that that is dad. But, I think, that's good. Really love this shot. I love this shot. It's a great shot. It's a nice shot to go transition to the night scene. I like everything about this night scene. It's a nice little tone. I think the tone in this movie, I don't know. It's not that it's all over the place, but I just don't know. I mean, the movie doesn't, to me, have a quite set tone. I'm not saying like you should have like the whole movie be gloomy, but I mean, I do like this scene. It does give like a sinister vibe to it. It doesn't make sense that the Sirenhead would be next to his house. I don't know. I personally, if I was looking at this scene, if I'm thinking of noises all up in the attic and all that, I don't know if it's trying to see. I don't know if that is like the noises of his mom. I would like to assume that is, but why would that be above him? I don't know. I think his house is haunted, to be honest. But I like this scene. It's a nice little interaction with the mom. Mom just saying, hope you do good on, with your job tomorrow, go to sleep. You're up around 10 o'clock. So, nice scene. I like that there. And he's looking at that picture, zooming in. And then it goes to this shot. I don't like this shot. It's not quite stable. I would have much preferred. I can understand the shot. Like, don't get me wrong. I can understand the shot. I don't like that it's moving around. I would have preferred this shot. Maybe like have the car come up closer where it's parking to where the camera is. I think that would have been better. I could see why you notice how they're blocking out the license. I wouldn't have the license plate though. To be honest, like if you're doing a movie like that, or I would have actually preferred this to be the transition scene. Yeah, I would have been actually okay if that was the transition scene. I know that would be weird, but like go to the day and then it just transitions into, the car coming up where you don't have to show the license plate, but the car coming up, then Nolan coming out and about to take his picture. Then I think it would have been better that way. I don't know. The lighting's kind of little off, and that's the tricky part. But I will say after this, I think the shots were nailed perfectly after this. I think this is when the shot list was beautiful. I love that, like the walking shot right there. Then it transitions to the shot where it's onto his back, like that. I think that's perfectly done, well done. You know, he's taking pictures. The only problem with this shot, as I said, the propellers are in the scene. Besides that, really good. To be honest, there was really no point to have that shot. I don't know what they were trying to do with that shot. I think there's just like no point to have it. Nolan hearing noises. I'm just gonna call him Nolan because Texas scene's okay. It's not terrible. I mean, it's a pretty different way to do it. And then this is the kid saying, help me out of the bushes. You don't totally know that in horror movies you die if you try to help random kids in bushes. I think Brendan's death is so dumb. No disrespect. His death is so dumb. I like this shot. I really love this shot. I think there could have been. I don't know if there could have been like some silent little like eerie music with that, but that seems perfect. It's really eerie. I like it. And then there's the turnaround shot. As I said, that little bit right there. It just, I don't know. Beyond this point with like the Sirenhead, it's not so much scary as it's more goofy. And you can kind of tell right here with this, it's a green screen. With that area right there, you can see like the little bit of the green. But besides that, like this movie is great. And then it goes into the summary. And then it goes into the trailer, not the trailer, but to the credits, which all of that's great. And then it's to be continued. The cliche of knowing that there's going to be a sequel. I already know. So, yeah, so that's pretty much the, I'm going to now stop sharing my screen. Yeah, guys, so that was the, Sirenhead, silent film. If I had to give it a rating, so I'm going to write this down. If I had to give it a rating, what would it be? Okay. You got to take a couple things into consideration. Budget, concept, characters, setting. You have to take a lot of factors into it. For what the movie is, for the premise, concept. Out of 10, I give the concept an 8 out of 10. I think there are certain. The only reason why I give it 8 out of 10 is that I don't understand how there was not more emphasis on how there was a kid that is missing. When the teacher was talking to him about the strange occurrences that were happening in the forest, I think that could have been a cool little subplot to have Nolan be a little bit sketched out about this forest. I think that's the only problem with the plot, but the plot's pretty good. I like the concept. Obviously, the character that Nolan plays, I think it's good. It's a good character. Good, just good characters. I think we had a very good set of characters. Obviously, the cast wasn't really particularly big, but for a short budget movie, you're not going to have a lot of actors. So for like the CGI itself, I give the CGI a 6.5. The reason why I give it such low is that I think obviously the Sirenhead to me was not that eerie. I just think the Sirenhead was goofy looking in near the second half of the movie. The first half, the shot was okay. It looked more like he was trying to be Darth Vader, where he like has the over shoulder shot and then he just walks back, feeling all mad because like there's a flipping kid in his forest. I just think it was goofy. I just didn't think the CGI is good itself. I think the reason why I give it a 6 out of 10 is that one shot where Nolan's about to look behind him, and then there's boom, that side, like the Sirenhead, the eeriness right there. I really like that. I think that could have, if it had a little bit more emphasis, it could have been really good. And then the shots. The shots, I would give it I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'll give it actually I'll give it a 9 out of 10. There were certain shots with the the drone shots. I think I had some problems with maybe some transitional scenes, but for the most part, the first 2 scenes of the movie were great. The last remaining scenes were actually pretty well done. I think the shots, for the most part, really actually made this movie really good for me. I think it was a very, very, very well. I think, I think like the speed for this movie and the way it was done well done. I think with the concept and the scenes, it was really good. So I will say concepts and scenes are like the best part of this movie, and the characters. 3 good positives. So there's 3 positives, and then there's like 2 negatives with the CGI, and then I think the CGI. I think it's the CGI, and I think it's the Sirenhead itself. I think that can count as a negative because it is technically a character, and I just think the Sirenhead was goofy in this movie. I did not like the Sirenhead. So if I had to give, like, let's just say an IBM score right now, I would give this movie a 7 out of 10. I don't think the movie's terrible. I think the CGI really takes its grade down. I do think, certain things with the transitions takes its grade down. So I would give this movie a 7 out of 10 if I had to be a critic. It's a good movie. Has a lot of potential. I just think the big thing is that I think for the next movie, I think what I want them to more emphasize on is the Sirenhead. Make the Sirenhead a little bit, just a little titty bit more scarier. Work a little bit more on the CGI itself. And then, I think the Sirenhead would be good. And I think that movie I will be willing to watch a sequel for. So is it a movie that deserves a sequel? To be honest, no. I mean, I think it's a good movie in its own right. My idea for movies is that I just don't like the idea of sequels. It was a solid movie, but I wouldn't give it a sequel. It's not like a Halloween. It's not like an Indiana Jones movie. It's not like a Star Wars movie where you can develop characters and make a sequel. Because I would have been, to be honest, I feel like Nolan's character was really good, and I'm kind of disappointed they killed off his character. Kind of a major buzzkill for me, because I would have actually loved if just Brenden died. And then here's him looking at the car, and he can't find Brenden, and boom, credit scene. I would have loved that to be more of a sequel, because I think the problem is that killing the main character, if you're going to do a sequel, killing off the main character is not the best situation if you want to do a sequel. That's just personally me. That's my personal preference on that. I'm going to be honest with Brenden. He could do whatever he want to do. I mean, it's 8:21. I don't know if Brenden wants to join my podcast. I mean, it's up to Brenden. I don't know. I'll definitely talk to him the next time I meet. I think I'm gonna talk to him like Tuesday, and I'll talk to Nolan and see if they want to join the podcast. I'm probably gonna have to record it earlier, which probably usually happens. I record it probably 6 to 7 o'clock. I try not to record it too late. So I'm definitely gonna talk to him on the podcast. I think it'd be cool to talk to him. Have them guys come on to this lovely podcast. I think they would be honored to. And yet again, I'm going to leave the link to the video in the description. Go check it out and go give them love. All right. To be honest, just because I'm having some critical views on it doesn't mean you shouldn't go watch it yourself and enjoy it. Obviously, I probably spoil it for you if you're watching this podcast, but go send them love, man. Go subscribe to Nolan, man. He has a lot of potential, not only as an actor, but a filmmaker himself. So I have so much love and respect for them. That's why I'm giving them my brutal, honest opinion. I want them to be the best filmmakers they can be. I want them to be better than me. And trust me, in a lot of aspects, they're better than me. So that's the big thing that I am sorry, I'm just looking at my notifications and all that. Getting a ton of notifications. Too many notifications. But yeah, so I'm gonna do some some random topics. I'm gonna keep that tab up so I can then edit that stuff up. I'm gonna bookmark it so I can know where his channel is and all that, because I'm dumb as a box of rocks. So I gotta save that. Gotta save that, man. If I don't save that, man, I'm screwed. All right, so I can exit out that. So random topic generator, I think. Random questions. I'm gonna do random questions too. Random questions generator. All right. Random questions. Okay, I don't know why it says random word if it's a question. Oh, okay. What do you believe is the biggest thing that you can currently holding you back from success? Work ethic. I think that's the biggest thing that could hold you back. Is how committed are you to doing what you love? I think that's the biggest thing that it could hold back someone. Is that if you put a lot of effort into something, then yeah, it's going to work and you're going to be successful. If you don't, then yeah, it's not going to be quite successful. I think it's really dependent on everyone's work ethic and adaptability to making sure they achieve their goal. If you could change the color of one thing, what would it be and why? Man, if I could change the one color of one thing, I don't know. That's a hard question. I'll leave that one up to you guys. I don't know. Without saying the category, what are your top 5? That makes no sense to me. Okay. Oh, what type of things do you procrastinate the most on? To be honest, my football team, man. My Dallas Cowboys, bro. I mean, if you don't know, I do have a channel called the Nicholson Cowboys Network. And boy, do I talk about my Cowboys a lot. And I procrastinate how bad our defense is, man. Letting up 38 points. That is the worst. And we haven't done that since 1960, the first season we played football. That's really bad. That's horrendous. What type of exercise do you like the most? I like, to be honest, I like what are those exercises? To be honest, I like the treadmill. Because at least I'm moving, and it's not only working my calves, my glorious calves. I still got those running calves. May have some weight down here in my stomach, but I still got those calves. I still got those running calves. Okay. I hope Ryan doesn't watch this podcast, which most likely he won't. I want to show you this, guys. Well, if you're wondering what I'm thinking about you, hopefully you don't look at. What is something immature you think your parents do? God, my dad is the definition of immature. My dad makes the most immature jokes that you probably will see ever from a father. My dad makes so many bad jokes. And it's not like bad jokes in the way that, oh, it's a bad joke. It's like dark comedy jokes. It's not like eerie bad comedy, but it's comedy that you look at and you're just like, oh my God, why? You look at him like, why did you say that? It's like one of those questions it's like, really? What is the most recent life lesson you've learned? Money management. Yeah. Spending $22 at Wawa. Yeah, my mom's pretty pissed. Yeah, money management. Yeah, my mom, quote unquote, use your head. Gotta love my mother. But my mom's not wrong. I'm dumb as a doornail sometimes. What do you think? What do you wish they would teach at school that they don't? Man, bro, the thing that I really would want them to teach is just general life lessons, I think, to be honest. It's like I really want them to put more emphasis on money management. And that's not because I had a conversation with my mother. That's just in general. I think, they need to teach kids how to manage their money. What is a certificate of deposit? What's a savings account? What's a checking account? What's interest rate? How do interest rates work? Obviously, they already teach you that stuff in econ, but they don't emphasize it as much for all of high school. You only take it 1 year. But I think that should be a course you should take each year. Even in your senior year, you should take it and master it. I think there should be a lot more emphasization on that category because money management helps you in a lot of areas. Okay, can you go? You can just go stretch out there. Hey, go stretch out there. Doing a podcast. It seems like you love to interrupt every podcast that I do. Well, you could have easily just charged your phone, go out there and stretch. Can you just go? Love you. Wow, doesn't even say love you back. That shows you how much I adore my brother. Why haven't you done it yet? I'm doing it right now. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, question? Tell me. What are you trying to say? What's if I could speak English, what's a situation when you look back, you should have gone ahead and done it? Oh, man. Axing out. Should I say her name? I'm going to protect her identity. I'm going to make up a name. I'm going to call her Helen. We'll call her Helen. I should have asked her out Helen. I really regret it. Every day, I look back at it, and I regret it. I probably wouldn't have gotten rejected, but I would have been, at that point, it's like, at least I got rejected. At least I did something, at least I got rejected, Looking back, I shouldn't have asked out Helen. Do you entertain yourself when you're bored? Absolutely. I think of weird things when I'm bored. What is something that you don't mind waiting for? Bro, every time, which is the suckiest thing because the Chick-fil-A near my house is closed. Oh, no. It's the worst thing. They're closed for renovations, and it sucks. I love me some Chick-fil-A, I couldn't have Chick-fil-A. I asked for Chick-fil-A this morning. My mom's like, well, first of all, they have renovations. And second of all, it's Sunday. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I forgot. They're closed Sundays. So, yeah, that really pisses me off. What is the most interesting class you've ever taken? 8th grade science. Taramasi, as me and Bryce, if you haven't watched the previous podcast, season 1 is full of Taramasi memories. Me and Bryce had literally a podcast dedicated to Taramasi. So 8th grade science. What's your opinion on cell phones? I think they're cool. I don't understand what's the emphasis of banning them in school. It's not so much banning them, but limiting them. I can understand, sometimes during class, kids will pull out their phone after they get their classwork done and sometimes even during their classwork. But at that point, it's okay, at that point in high school, you can't just tell a kid, hey, pull away your phone. At that point, you're okay, if you're going to pull out your phone, it's your grade. It's not it's, that's the thing with college. Oh, you pull out your phone? Oh, it's your grade. You're paying for it. It's at that point, it's I don't care. I ain't going to let you waste my time. What is the situation where you literally did a double take? I don't think I did a double take on that situation. I probably have, but I just don't know. What's the most important to you about your school/work environment? The most important thing is knowing what you're doing. It's not so much knowing knowledge, but knowing what you're doing. In the work environment. It's more towards work environment, but it's to know the effort and what you're doing and what you're the knowledge, I think, and the experience. I think that's the big thing. What's the story behind your greatest treasure? My greatest treasure? Do I have a treasure? I don't know. I think my dad has it, but I had a baseball that was from a Baltimore Oriole. I forgot his name. What's his name? I'm trying to think of it. Oh, what's his name? I think he was like the 2018 Baltimore Orioles. Who was he? Roster. I'm trying to think of him. Was it Mark Trombone? No, I don't think it was Mark. Was it Mark Trombone? Mark Trumbo? It can't be Mark Trumbo. Because he went to the Yankees after he played with the... No, it's not him. Because he went to the Mariners. No, he literally... I think it was like Matt... Was it Matt Trentmore? He probably was in the 2017 season. 2017 Norfolk Tides roster. I'm trying to think of him, but he was a baseball player in the Norfolk Tides, and I got a baseball. And I do actually have the baseball somewhere. It's probably in the storage unit, but I have a baseball that was signed by at least 6 to 7 to 8, maybe even 8 players that were on the Norfolk Tides. And I think it was like on the 2017 season. Now, my dad says, no, you may not get any autographs, but it was okay, you know? Okay. He was a... Oh, there he is. No, is that Michael? Was it Michael Zemriowski? I think it might have been Michael Zemriowski. Maybe not. Because I knew his name was like crazy. And like it's not that he no longer plays. How to spell it? Zatter. Man, I can't spell his name for the life of me. Yeah. There he is. Matt Zariaski. I don't think it's him, but the name is very familiar. He's with the San Fran Giants. I don't think it's him. I'm sorry. I'm just so delusional. Of course, he wasn't obviously early on. Hey, him. Because he went to the... Where? Who could have been? I really want to call my dad, but I don't want to the same token. Could have been the 2016. I know I'm wasting so much time trying to figure out who this guy is, but you know what? You came here for the solo cast for a reason. So I'm going to waste as much time. So until I find my answer. So it had to be the 20. It probably had to be the 2016 because it wasn't the 2018. It wasn't the 2019. This was literally probably when I was in middle school. And once I probably see his name, it probably will be so familiar. 2016 Norfolk Tides. Was it Charlene Scoop? It could have been Charlene Scoop. I don't know. It probably wasn't. Wasn't Mike. None of these names look familiar. Because Scoop, I know Scoop. I remember Scoop. Because it was Charlene Scoop. I remember Charlene Scoop. I might be thinking of a different Scoop, but I don't think it was him. Yeah, it wasn't Charlene Scoop. It was none of these guys. It wasn't Christian Walker. It wasn't Joey. His name was something. Oh, what was his name? It had to be the 2015 then. Yeah, it would make sense because that was the same year the Cowboys had their 4-12 slump. I remember that vividly, dude, when Romo broke his collarbone. That sucked. Because we didn't really have any backup quarterbacks like Brenden Weeden. Yeah, we looked at his track record. Matt Castle. Ugh. And then Kellen Moore had to finish the year. Fun fact, Kellen Moore's now our offensive coordinator. Good offensive coordinator. Terrible football player. Was it? It's not Ron Johnson. Okay. Chris Parmalee. That's his name. Chris Parmalee. Yeah, that's the guy. Aha. Chris Parmalee, man. Is he even playing on a baseball team? Yeah, he's a free agent. Yeah, Chris Parmalee. I knew it was him. I caught a baseball, which at the time my dad said Chris Parmalee was an OG. Like Chris Parmalee, because he played in the MLB before he went to the Baltimore Orioles. He went to the Baltimore Orioles for a bit. But he was with the Norfolk Tides for like a game, as a starter game. And he was with the Twins for like 3 years, and then he went to the Orioles, and the Orioles were like, hey, we're gonna put you at Double-A for a bit. And I remember my Owen will still say that baseball was supposed to be his, but I caught his baseball that he hit. That Chris Parmalee hit, and he was the only one that I didn't get an autograph from. I got an autograph from pretty much all the other teams. I think I've gotten I don't probably know most of these teams. I think I got one from Perez. I probably got one from Brenden. I probably got one from Alvarez. I probably got one from Walker. Probably Shoop. I probably did get one from Shoop. That probably is why I remember it. And I probably got one from Lake. I don't know about everyone else. I don't remember everyone that I got my autograph from, but I got my autograph from a couple of these guys. I got them from from 6 out of the probably 22 that were on that roster. But Chris Parmalee, because we were on the right exit, he left on the left one. Left on the left. He left on the left side, and we were on the right side, so we couldn't get his autograph. But I got his baseball. I think my dad kept the baseball that I originally had, but I had another baseball with me that I was able to get signed. So, but at the time, I mean, these were my first autographs. I never got an autograph before that, So to get an autograph from these guys, it was such an honorable moment because I never thought I would be standing there, and I'm this 11 to 12-year-old kid. So they were probably I have enough time. I felt bad for them, because I think they lost. I think they were playing against the Baltimore. Let me look at their schedule. I could probably look at their schedule. Wasn't. Can I look at it? Yeah, they went 78-66. That was actually a decent year for them. They didn't do too bad. But I think they lost a lot of their games. Yeah, they were leading. They were the leaders of the South Division. Yeah, the Gwinnett Bats. They lost against the Bats. It wasn't the Knights. It wasn't the Bulls. I think it was the Braves, not the Braves. No, not yet. No, it would have been the Louisville Bats. What am I saying? That's the Quinwet Braves. That was a box of doornails. So yeah, they lost to the Louisville Bats, I think. I'm not accurate, but I'm pretty sure. And yeah, but I still got their autographs. A couple of them probably were like, yeah, no. A lot of kids, a lot of the guys weren't like that. A lot of them were like, yeah, sure, kid, I'll sign you in baseball. They sign and they say, man, doesn't look great, bud, but here you go. And it's honest. It's cool. I wasn't going to force them to sign my baseball, but it was cool. It was cool at the time, man. I mean, to even have one person to sign my baseball, it was such a cool moment. I remember my little self just being like all little girlish because I got my autographs from my boys. I was about to say, don't you dare harass me. I viewed your video. If you harass me, I want to harass you. I thought that was Brenden about to be like, Joe, did you view the silent film? Yeah, it's going to be uploaded on YouTube of my reaction. But yeah, man, Chris Parmalee, that's my G. That's my dude. I feel bad for him, dude. Yeah, his last team he signed with was with the Dodgers. He signed in the minor league deal with the Dodgers. And he became a free agent after November 4th, and he hasn't been signed ever since. 2019 was the last season that he like. I don't think he's retired. Yeah, he's still playing, but feel bad for him. Because he was good for his time. I mean, he actually did pretty solid. I mean, yeah, look at this, like 30 home runs, 227 hits. Man, he's not great, but he's like, for as a kid that got his baseball, I mean, like, dude, this is a guy that was on the New York Yankees. Yeah, he may not started, but he was on the New York Yankees. That's not everything. That's not a person that could say that every day. So I don't know. I'll take that with pride. I think that's gonna be the podcast, guys. I think I've been rambling on enough for you guys. So make sure you like the podcast. Once you like that podcast, make sure to subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified when the next podcast or video comes out for the Outcast channel. But anyway, this is your boy Dennis Nicholson on the Outcast podcast. Signing out. Peace, Outcasters. Peace, my G's.